Hello, welcome. In this video, we will learn about how to recreate the electoral information from this electoral map in Google Map. Google Maps engine works better with Google Chrome browser. You can download it from this website. Okay, go to this website, mapsengine.google.com, and then log in with your Google account. After login, you will be taken to this page. Click on New Map. Here you can start creating your new map, but then before you do, let me briefly explain to you all the tools available on this page. Open tool, basically to start creating new map, open an existing map or delete a map. I'll come back to you on this tool later. Next button is the layer button. You can add additional layer. And then this is the pen tool, where you can use it to pan your maps to any direction you want. The next is the marker tool. You can place a marker here and then label it. Next is the polygon tool. You can use it to create a polygon and then of course label it. The last one is undo and redo button. If you made a mistake, you can always undo it or redo it. Okay, let's start creating our map. Let's first change the name of the map by clicking here. We are going to name the map according to the parliamentary seat. And you can find the correct parliamentary code and name on the electoral map. In this example, Klang is P110 Klang. Enter the name according to this format. P110 space Selangor dash Klang. Basically the parliamentary code, the state, and the name of the parliamentary seat. Click Save and you can see the name appearing here. Now change the name of the layer by clicking here and give it the same name, P110 space Selangor dash Klang. And then click Save, and you can see the changes happening here. Every changes you make on the map are instantly saved. You can choose to stop working on the map at any time, log out and close the browser, and then log in again and continue from where you left off. Before drawing the map, let's first learn about the electoral map and some terminology. This is the electoral map for the Klang parliamentary seat. Let's learn about the various lines shown on the map. The thickest line separates parliamentary seats. That will be this one. The next one separates state seats within the parliamentary seats. That will be these types of line. The last one separates Daerah Mengundi within the state seats. That will be this type of lines. Let's zoom into some Daerah Mengundi. Here you can see Daerah Mengundi Kampung Atap covering this area, and Teluk Belai Utara covering this area, Teluk Belai Selatan covering this area, and this whole area all the way here covered by Jalan Tengku Kelana. What we want to do is to redraw these Daerah Mengundi borders on Google Maps engine. On Google Maps engine, zoom to the area that you want to work on. In this case, I want to work on Klang, so I type here Klang Selangor. As you can see, the option is already there. Just select, and you can see Maps engine zoom to the Klang area. You can zoom closer to Klang by using the wheel on your mouse, or you can use the plus and minus button on the map. Okay, if I click plus, it will bring you closer to Klang area. After this, you can close the search result layer here. On the electoral map, zoom in closer to the area you want to work on. For example, if I want to work on Kampong Atap, zoom into Kampong Atap. The easiest way to work is to have two monitors. You can have the election map on one monitor and the Google map on another monitor. But since most of us will only work on one monitor, all you can do is to pull this application to one corner of the screen and the EC map to another corner of the screen, so it will both occupy half of the screen. And then pan both maps to a similar position. But for this demonstration, I'll be mostly using full screen so that you can easily see what is happening on the screen. Firstly, scout the area for landmarks and see where the lines fall. For Kampong Atap, these are the borders. The lines fall on the river, across Jambatan Kota, and on Jambatan Tengku, and all the way up to this Masjid India. And there is also a surau here. Okay. Now let's move to Google Map to identify these areas. Okay. So there's Jambatan Kota, Jambatan Tengku, and there's supposed to be a surau here. You can't see. Maybe enlarge the map a bit. Still can't see. Maybe enlarge again. There you can see Masjid India, and then there's supposed to be a surau somewhere here. There's a surau there. Okay. You can change this base map to a satellite view by selecting this small triangle and choose satellite. Now you can see more details, real buildings and real roads. Which base map you like to use is a personal choice. Some people may find satellite view easier to work with. Some may find this is too distracting and may want to go back to the standard map. It is up to you. For this example, we are going to use the satellite view. I will quickly demonstrate the polygon tool and its behavior. Say you want to draw a square polygon. Choose the polygon tool. Click at one point, move to another point. Click once, let go, move to the next point. Click once, let go, move to the next point. Click once and let go, and then finally join back to the original point. If I want to turn this square into a triangle, I can choose one of these points, right click on it and delete that point. Be careful when you are deleting points because there are two types of points. One is the brighter one is the dimmer one. If you right click on the brighter point, you get delete point options. But if you click on the dimmer one, you get delete only. That will actually delete the whole polygon. You can move these points, but if you move the dimmer one, you'll get additional 2 more points, which you can again move separately, and then it will create additional more points. When the polygon is selected, you can click, hold and move it. When you have 2 polygons to place side by side, okay, try this. Let's zoom in a bit. You will know the edges of the other polygons should have a point. So if you move this point closer to that point, it will pull itself to the position like a magnet. And move the other one closer to that point. Now you can see these polygons are closer together. Let's say the shape of this polygon is this. Okay, and you want to join this to this polygon. So basically you select that polygon, okay, move one of these point to that point, snap in like a magnet, and this one to this point. Okay. If you need to pan the map, you can click and hold the empty area to pan or the unselected polygon to pan. If you accidentally click on the selected polygon to pan, instead of panning, the polygon will move. You can of course always undo it. Sometimes you may need to join one polygon to the other one where there is no point or edge to join. In those cases, try to move the point to as close as possible to the other line. Don't over this way, but as close as possible to the other line. Like that, okay? Those are some tips for the polygon tool. Okay, let's start drawing the borders for Kampung Atap. Start with a simple polygon, for example, for our Kampung Atap. The line is on the river, across the bridge, and to the second bridge, and along this road. And it starts somewhere along Jalan Raya Barat at this point. Okay, let's zoom out the map a bit. And then we can see this is Jalan Raya Barat. This is the two bridges. Okay, so select polygon tool. Start somewhere here in the middle of the river. Across the two bridges, let go somewhere here, or I'll just choose to create a triangle first. Okay, and then name the polygon. Name the polygon according to the Daerah Mengundi code. For example, for Kampung Atap is Kampung Atap 1104802. Name the polygon in this format. Here will be P110/48/02, and for the description is Kampung Atap. Okay, and then click close. You can see the new polygon is listed here. Okay, now refer back to the electoral map. You can see this line stretch up to, for example, Jalan Dialdin, just before the mosque. Okay, come back here. That will be the one, mosque and Jalan Dialdin. Okay, so I'll pull this point up to that line. Next, let's refer back to electoral map again. This line stretch from here, curving here and joining Jalan Kota. This whole line is Jalan Kota. Okay. So basically what you are doing is to move these points to place these lines along the boundary of the electoral map. Okay, keep doing this until you cover the whole area. Okay, in this case, to create a nice curve, you may need to use many points. Okay, in this case, I'm going to drag this here and pull this here, and this one over here. Okay, right. This one here. Okay, and this one all the way up to the roundabout here. Let's refer back to the electoral map again. So this line joined to the roundabout, and then it continued back on Jalan Raya Barat and all the way to the river here. Okay, let's create the lines. It's the roundabout, and this is Jalan Raya Barat. Here, let's say here, creating a nice curve. Let's look at it. It goes all the way. Okay, that is done. Now zoom out and have a look. Oh, too much. Okay, and see if it is almost similar in shape compared to the electoral map. Okay, now you have successfully created a polygon for a diagram only P1104802. Okay, let's create another one. Let's choose Delimitation Electoral 1104801, which is covering this area. Okay, let's position our Google map. Okay, that is somewhere around here. Okay, maybe zoom in a bit. Okay, let's refer back to the electoral map to see where the lines are. Okay, in the middle of the river, all the way up here, and on Jalan Lawis, joining Jalan Barat. If you refer back to Google Map, you can see this is Jalan Lawis, and then this is actually a railway. But if you look at the electoral map, this line is almost a straight line. So most probably the line goes straight through this place and join back here. Okay, let's choose the polygon tool, and since this diagram is quite simple and straightforward, I may be able to draw most of it in one go. Okay, let me start from here, join here, on to about on top of this line, and maybe this way first. And for the naming, refer back to the electoral map. Here's Delimitation Electoral 1104801. Okay, come back here. Here's P110/48/01, and it's Delimitation, and then close. Now drag this point to this point to join them. Let's zoom out a bit and have a look. Okay, that is our map. Now if you move your mouse over here, you can see the appropriate polygon is highlighted as you move your mouse here. Okay, and if you click on the polygon, you will get its code and the name. Okay, continue doing this for the rest of the diagram mundi for Klang. Once you're finished, your Klang electoral map should look something like this, similar to the one shown on EC map. Let's take a closer look at it. On the panel here, you'll have all the diagram mundi listed, and you can actually press and hold and move these to arrange them according to state code and the diagram mundi code. In this case, all 46 from 1 to 14, and 47 1 to 11, and 48 1 to 13. Let's take a closer look at the polygons. Zoom. Okay, select something like that. Let's close a bit. Okay, like that. On this panel, for this layer, if you click on label, and then currently there's no label, if you click this arrow and choose name, you can see all the diagram in the code is displayed on the polygon. Some of this label may overlap into other polygons, but you can't move them. It is actually a limitation of Google Maps engine. In which case, if you want to be sure which code represents that polygon, you just have to click on them to find out. Clicking on the data tab here will show you the data table for all the polygons. The style tab will allow you to style the polygons. You can experiment with it, but always change it back to individual style for our purpose. Okay, we have now completed the polygon part of the map. In the next video, we'll talk about how to import a spreadsheet data into the map.